We're developing the largest business for the whole history of civilization. This is that Stevenson, Ford and Boeing have made together. This revolutionary transport system is essential for every country, every city, every family and every man. It is essential for humanity. The development of transport innovation rail Skyway has taken 36 years and over 7 billion of rubles. For selling the technology, it is necessary to build test sections on which the technology will be certified and demonstrated to the customers from all over the world. For this purpose, in the nearest 3 years, we should invest the assets proportionate to the committed ones. After that, we will become the first in the world transport sector, the volume of which exceeds the Russia's budget several times, and occupy not less than 50% of this market. Boeing is one of the brightest examples demonstrating such facts of history. Empires are to be ruined, the Soviet Union has fallen apart, but its infrastructure, traffic one mostly, has been still functioning, like the Trans-Siberian Railway. That was built a century ago and passed through the revolution as well as civil war and world wars. The track structure of Skyway is based on the string rail technology. These tracks will serve for the benefit of the people for ages, bringing the profits to those who once have ventured and invested their money into this innovation technology. Being certified, the project of innovation will turn into the project of investment. Then the base of this technology-targeted transport project will be realized on all the continent of our planet. Every investor, depending on the volume of its committed facilities into this technology, will own kilometers or meters of these tracks. As for infrastructure ownership and its dividends, they will devolve to future generations. Inexpensive, safe, effective roads are not required for the state and government officials, but for ordinary people who pay fares out of their pockets. And these people are not just users, they are taxpayers too. So to say, it is required only for us. For this reason, it was decided to start the innovation corporatization at English law on the terms profitable for investors. New investors have the chance now to buy the shares of our company with large discounts. Today, it costs several thousand rubles, but tomorrow it will cost millions rubles. Let's build our future worth living together, comfortable, safe, ecologically clean, with high living standard. Let's build the future, which will be able to devolve to our children and grandchildren for no shame.
Transport ways are vivifying arteries of the modern world. Blood system of global economy, it has to be maintained continuously in a tone and be renovated. Just imagine fast and ecologically clean transport system for which construction will be needed 10 times less materials, lands, means than for classical roads are required. In the world, there are no analogues of this system, though all its elements are known and used today. Traditional transport systems are not optimal and don't satisfy the requirements of time. The nature pushed me to the idea of new transport technology. Rigid strings rails as cables of the bridge in itself are basis of Transnet. The string, which has been set in a cable state grinder, becomes light, but extraordinarily strong underway structure. Transnet is Unitsky invention, accepted in the scientific world and the patented technology checked by years of tests. This communication system consists of 3 components: the special underway structure established on support, rolling stock on steel wheels, transport, energy and information infrastructure. Location of underway structure over the earth has principal meaning for reduction in cost of construction and environmental friendliness, and also for providing of high level of safety. Transnet is very simple and universal system. Its application field is almost unlimited. Technologies of Transnet are effective in different branches of economy. When developing fields, freight handling in hard-to-reach and low-mastered areas to the north of Russia. Transnet is also high-speed and comfortable city and intercity passenger transport.
Дорогие друзья, коллеги, партнеры,
Dear friends, colleagues, partners, investors, we congratulate all of you and ourselves too with the completion of the fourth stage of
мы проделали
development.
большую работу в четвертом этапе.
We have done a great deal of work during the fourth stage. First of all, we have received land. Moreover, we have received 2 plots of land, 35 hectares at the town of Marina Gorka and 60 hectares at the city of Mogilov, in the free economic zone.
Геологические исследования.
We have conducted geological and geodesic surveys on these plots, because one cannot start construction not knowing the types of soil, reference marks, kinds of heights and terrain. And we have prepared these plots for construction works in the fourth stage. We have cleaned the places from self-seeding plants, the places where shrubs and trees grew. We had voluntary Saturday work by the whole staff, our friendly team. We told you about it and showed it in our news. Now we are proceeding to the fifth stage. It is one of the most important stages as the construction of the eco-technopark begins.
Что это такое?
What is it? During the fourth stage, we have completed the major part of design and engineering works, project and survey works. We have prepared the working documentation.
Сейчас
Now these schematic drawings are ready to take shape in concrete, steel and structures. And we are to start the construction of 3 test track sections. A cargo track about 1 kilometer long, an urban one about 1.2 kilometers long, and a high-speed, a cargo track about 1 kilometer long, an urban one about 1.2 kilometers long, and a high-speed one about 15 kilometers long. The main construction site will be started on the first anchor support, which will be combined with the passenger station. We shall place the 0 kilometer on the foundation slab of the station and anchor support. Now some voting on the selection of the 0 kilometer design goes on. Our investors will vote with their stocks of shares.
мы планируем его установить.
The sign that wins will be placed there. We are planning to fix it in October. You will know the exact date from the news. Now we started talks on the issues of supplying materials, components and equipment for the eco-technopark construction. These include steel wire of super strands, which will be used not only in string structures of rail tracks, but also for string fencing. We have our own equipment that we design. We shall even have our own rolling mill. Not a large one, portable, so as to roll railheads, because we cannot order the desired profile anywhere. Therefore, we order such equipment that industries can produce. For example, for string stretching. Equipment for adhesive bonding, as we shall have high-strength glass in unibus modules. It's a polymeric material of super strength. Special technology of fixing will be applied there. We are modeling it now, so as to ensure reliability at high position. Glass should not be destroyed and break into pieces. Therefore, we carry out experiments and order materials with which we stimulate it at scale 1:1. I'd like to point out that our glass, though only 4 mm thick, would not be broken by 30 kilograms above. That means it's a very reliable structure. We are ordering many other things and continue business talks in a dozen of countries, including Belarus, where we stay now. We treat any work professionally and we prepare an event called Plant a Tree, but it is not simply plant a tree. We have engaged the botanical garden in the master plan of eco-technopark and in the concept of the landscape arrangement of the territory. They are professionals, they have developed a composition.
Композиции. У нас будет несколько композиций декоративных деревьев.
We shall have several compositions for decorative trees and bushes. Taking into account the soils and terrain, they offered the options for planting alleys, gardens, ways of planting trees in groves. Now I have received the master plan of the concept of territory arrangement and it all looks very nice. I think there will be no garden like this in Belarus. We report about all the oncoming events in our news, so please watch the news. We shall inform you about the construction of the eco-technopark, about the installation of the 0 kilometer, about trees planting and other events.
о закладке нулевого километра, о посадке дерева и о других событиях. Ну, еще раз поздравляю.
Once again, I congratulate you all with the allocation of land site for us. We have 35 hectares here at Marina Gorka. The land is received so that we could build test sections. You know it, you design it. A cargo section, an urban section, and a high-speed section. We came to this voluntary Saturday work as to prepare the land and the site for construction works. The first thing we have to do now is to prepare a strip for fencing, because the first thing to be done at any construction site is to put a fence. Okay, let's start. Please don't worry about the trees we're cutting, we are just cleaning the site to plant here alleys and gardens later. And there will be reclamation of land. We shall plant here the trees that are adapted for Belarus, about 20 types of them, in the shape of groves, alleys and gardens. And all of that will not be thrown away as waste to the disposal dump. It will be processed into humus, because we also intend to produce fertile soils. And everything that we shall cut here, all shrubs and trees, they will turn into soil, which will be used to plant other vegetation.
Ребята,
Hey guys, put branches and thin trees into the pile. We shall process it into humus later. This will be a new soil. We shall take it all to the end of the section, and it will be processed there into soil.
в будущем.
Добрый день, дорогие друзья. Меня зовут Кудряшов Евгений.
Hello dear friends, I'm Evgeny Kudryashov. I represent the British company Skyway Capital, and today I'm happy to participate in this international event taking place on the territory of the future Eco-Techno Park. Today we have the voluntary Saturday work, and we were preparing the territory for the future construction, which will start one of these days.
Будет в ближайшие дни.
Приветствую всех, меня зовут Юницкая.
Hi everybody, my name's Karina Unitskaya, I'm the General Director of Evraz-Transnet from Moscow. Now we are standing at the limit of our site, and like any other construction, this one starts with a fence. Right now we are cleaning the perimeter where the future fence will be set up.
Будущий забор.
Hello dear friends, I'm Gera Kopyan. I came here by plane from Kiev for this remarkable day, first to Minsk and then to Marina Gorka. This is the place that will become part of the history of our planet. It's been over a year since the project launch, and as you see, we're beginning the construction of test sections. In a year, we shall see 2 or 3 completed test sections, cargo, urban and high-speed ones. Only Skyway, dear friends.
Для нас сегодня очень большой праздник. Мы выехали.
It's a great holiday for us today. All staff of our Skyway technology company arrived here to the future Eco-Techno Park, where we shall build and demonstrate the things our company is actually about. And for these things, Dr. Anatoly Unitsky brought us all together. Actually, we started to work with the land, and we started the construction of fencing of the future Eco-Techno Park.
Это конец
This is the end of our site. The beginning is over there, 1200 meters, and the site is shaped as a wedge. Here is its highest point, and the high-speed system will pass here. The urban section will finish in 200 meters from here, and we shall make it longer by 15 kilometers in that direction. It will pass here. I'm gonna fix the stick. And here is the geodesic mark. Now we shall put a fence and develop the place. We shall demonstrate 2 test sections in autumn next year, in 2016.